Hello and welcome to Sports Today. Our usual meeting time, isn't it? 12 o'clock, which was at 5 o'clock. We've sort of pushed it back a little bit till 12. You know, Huge game. Kolkata Knight Riders versus the Sunrisers Hyderabad. Good teams last year. Neither of these teams could really play to potential, push the bar. Sunrisers came back brilliantly, winning their last three, making the playoffs, but could not progress further. KKR, good side, but could not get a bearing on composition, chopping, changing. This year, they've added a couple of very good players like Shakib Al Hassan. Great game. But before all of that, first, you take a look at the fan fight app. And yes, I will primarily do cricket and all cricket on this show, but I will start the show with something very different. I will start the show by paying my respects and congratulations, many congratulations, don your hat, to a 18-year-old and a 19-year-old, Sonam Malik and Anshu Malik. Both of them 18 and 19 respectively, qualifying for India in the wrestling competition for the Tokyo Games. We now have three women, Vinesh Fogart, Anshu Malik, and Sonam Malik. And what a great story they are. I'll tell you about them, celebrate them at the start of the show, then go on to KKR versus SRH. Sports Today is a multi sporting platform. I tweeted about them, I tweeted the video. I will start with the celebration of them and then go on to cricket because I think their achievement is bigger than any IPL team. Their achievement at that age, overcoming all odds, is bigger than any IPL game tonight. So we will start with them. Take a look at the Fan Fight app.
It's match day. Play fantasy cricket now. Get up to 2.5 crores daily and lots more. 20 times more. Win big on Fan Fight. This game involves an element of financial risk and may be addictive. Please play responsibly and at your own risk.
So welcome back. Many congratulations to Sonam Malik and Anshu Malik. 0-6 down against the Kazakh. 0-6 down. Did you see the way she came back and won 9-6? That is what resilience is all about. That is the tale of courage that we are going to celebrate come Tokyo. Three women now qualified. Vinesh Fogart, when she went out in Rio, pain and agony. We were right there. Two of my friends, journalists, Vimal Mohan and Digvijay Singh Deo, all three of us were there. We literally ran down, I remember, and she was screaming out in agony. We thought, is her career over? There was just sort of real pain on her face. Operation, surgery, months outside, coming back, and then winning. Incredible. And then what a comeback it has been from Vinesh Fogart. She definitely is a medal contender for Tokyo. So along with Vinesh, we now have two more, Sonam and Anshu, and beaten Sakshi Malik 4 times, Olympic medalist. Beaten Sakshi Malik 4 times in the camp, making the 62 kilogram her own category. Many congratulations. One did not fight the final because of injury, and the other lost 4-7 to the Mongol, but it was a close contest. So India in the wrestling department for women, plenty to look forward to. And obviously with Bajrang, we have a world number 1. We have Ravi and Deepak also in the men's category. So in wrestling, every reason to believe Tokyo will give us medals. Okay? So follow them. Follow them. Yes, you can follow the IPL. Love your IPL. Watch the IPL. We will all, even myself, because that gets me my money, my income, my daily earnings. And it's important because that sells in the country. But unless we push other sport and we celebrate real achievement, we will not become a multi-sporting nation. And thanks, Yash, for pointing out. Yes, I will also celebrate the Indian hockey team beating Argentina. Argentina is a leading world team, Olympic champions, etc. To beat Argentina is extremely important. So, that's another extremely important achievement from the Indian side, beating Argentina. Okay. And the way this team is shaping up, the Graham Reed team, we have every reason to believe that good things are in the offing for Indian hockey. Moving on to the IPL, Kolkata Knight Riders versus Sunrisers Hyderabad. Let me first give you some team news. But before all of that, before I delve into the team news and get into my fantasy teams and take your suggestions and questions, a lot of you had asked me for Rashid Khan. And this afternoon at 3 p.m., a detailed interview. And I will also promise you, I've asked Rashid, I will get him back for inspiration because you need to know Rashid's story, how he has made it to the top, the hard work, the story, what happens in Afghanistan. You need to know all of that. But that's on inspiration. For today, what does it take to bowl to the best batsman in the world? What does IPL mean to him? How has IPL changed Rashid Khan as a player? Fascinating conversation with Rashid Khan on Sports Today exclusively. We've done Surya Kumar Yadav. We are doing Rashid Khan today. Tomorrow, another big one coming your way. I will tell you today. But for the moment, take a look at Rashid Khan and I will come back with KKR and SRH. Plenty to talk about in this show. Trisha, can we have the video, please, for Rashid Khan?
Since I have debuted in the IPL, it has totally changed my cricket, totally changed me, and totally changed my image. Before, when I was getting mostly wickets in the international cricket, I used to get lots of things like, you get the wickets from associate members.
So there you go. 3 p.m. in the afternoon, it premieres. We will also ask Trisha on our pre-show at 6 p.m. We will also play a chunk of it, but it premieres at 3 p.m. Watch the full interview. Watch the full interview because it's very, very good. Look at how this fellow talks about IPL, what the platform has done for him, how he's looking at SRH this season, the team balance with the addition of important players like Jason Roy and the others. The team balance with Bhuvaneshwar Kumar fit, with Natarajan coming of age. What does Rashid Khan think of T. Natarajan? A lot of it. Also, the funny part about communicating with Nattu, a lot of it, all of it at 3 p.m. on that Rashid Khan interview. My team analysis of SRH is they look a more settled side to me. They have a superb batting department at the top with David Warner, Jason Roy, Johnny Bairstow. So multiple options. I also think they might go in with Riddhiman Shaha because Riddhiman was a revelation last year at the top as an opener. Allows them to play Kane Williamson at number 4 and give them that meaty kind of balance at the top. So David Warner, Riddhiman Shaha, Manish Pandey and Kane Williamson. That gives them pretty decent depth in batting. At number 5, it sort of opens it up a little bit for them, and then they will go in with the 2 Indian young Turks. Obviously, Priyam Garg, who was very, very good last year as a better batsman. They will have Abdul Samad and Abhishek Sharma. Abhishek Sharma with his left arm spin, Abdul Samad with his leg spin, plus can tonk the ball. We have seen his potential last year. And the bowling this year is that much better. The bowling with Bhuvaneshwar Kumar fully fit. They do have a Jason Holder. They do have a Mohammad Nabi. But I think there are 4 foreigners, from what I understand, could well be this. They will go in with David Warner. They will go in with Kane Williamson. And they can also use Nabi if they want to as a spinner. Or they might just decide on using Mujibur Rahman if they think that the track will turn more. So the call will be between Mujibur Rahman and Mohammad Nabi, and of course the legend Rashid Khan. Because look at that bowling attack. T. Natarajan, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, Sandeep Sharma, Rashid Khan. They've got an Abhishek Sharma option. They've got an Abdul Samad option. They might go in with Mujib or Nabi because Nabi can finish the innings also. Now that is serious, serious talent. That is why, according to me, I think Hyderabad Sunrisers have a bit of an edge. And on a slowish wicket, it might just work. Both teams struggled towards the latter part of the first game, and it's at the Chepauk, 160. If that is the threshold, that sort of sets it up for the Hyderabad Sunrisers. So I think they have slight edge, and that's how I formulated my fantasy team. So according to me, the 3 foreigners certain: David Warner, Rashid Khan, and Kane Williamson. I would have opened with Riddhiman Shaha. That's a possibility. Manish Pandey at 3. And then the toss-up is between Mohammad Nabi and Mujibur Rahman. But they've got so many options. They'll use Abhishek, Samad, Bhuvi, Nattu, Sandeep Sharma. So they've got plenty of options in that team today. Coming to the Kolkata Knight Riders, very, very good unit, very good unit. But last year, we did not see a settled unit at the top. So will it be Shubman Gill and Nareen? Will it be Shubman Gill and Nitish? We've got to wait and see what they do, Kolkata Knight Riders. Shubman Gill will obviously be the constant. And will Gill play a more attacking hand because the runner ball thing did not work last year? Or will he play the sheet anchor and allow the others to play the more aggressive, proactive role? Because Gill can bleed the sheet anchor, which is important for KKR, is to use Owen Morgan the best. He is their best bet. And as captain, we will want to see a more assertive Morgan. Where does he bat? Will he bat where he bats for England 4-5 or even up the order 3? Because Morgan is a tremendous T20 player. So who are the four forwarders for KKR? Obviously Andre Russell, because a fit Andre Russell still is a terror. So Andre Russell, obviously Owen Morgan, these two. Patrick Cummins, because of the ability of that man, world's best bowler in the long form. Very, very impressive Patrick Cummins towards the latter part of the tournament. So Patrick Cummins, the fourth one, is the real toss-up. The fourth one, according to me, is a toss-up between Shakib Al Hasan and Sunil Narayan. I will actually be tempted to see Shakib Al Hasan because he brings in that beautiful left arm spin plus the batting depth on a wicket where he can actually get that 20-30 important middle order runs. So, or will they go in with the tested Sunil Narayan? That's a call that Kolkata Knight Riders need to do. Dinesh Karthik, relieved of captaincy, will have I think will have a better season. Nitish Rana comes in fit now. Prasidh Krishna is a much better bowler. We have seen him bowl for India. He has already had national colour taste, so he will be a much better bowler. So that's how KKR will shape up, and obviously Shivam Mavi will be there. Interesting to note spin. Will it be Harbhajan Singh? Because if you have Harbhajan Singh in the ranks, and if you take a look, I would actually open with Harbhajan Singh against David Warner because you've got a left arm there, and you've got, Abhishek Sharma also a left arm. I would open with Harbhajan Singh against David Warner. So I will get Bhajupa at the top of the order to start for the Kolkata Knight Riders. That's how I think they are shaping up. It's a very, very good unit. I still think Sunrisers have a bit of an edge, but and that's how I formulated my fantasy team. Must-haves: David Warner, Kane Williamson, Manish Pandey. From the Kolkata side, Owen Morgan, Shubman Gill. Okay, so these are my must-haves. Wicketkeeper, I will go in with Riddhiman Shaha if he bats top of the order. Watch out at the toss. That's how I've gone with it. If Riddhi is not at the top, then no Riddhi. Dinesh Karthik comes in at that position. In the middle, see if Nabi is playing or not. If he is playing, then he can actually be the bowler and the finisher. So Nabi and Russell. That's how you can go with it, or you can get Saqib in. And then among the bowlers, Harbhajan Singh, if he plays, I will go Harbhajan Singh or Prasidh Krishna. Harbhajan Singh for me, because at the top of the order can be very impactful against the left arm, against the left-handed batsman. And then obviously Nattu and Bhuvi and Rashid Khan, I can get two in. So I will probably go in with Bhuvi and Rashid because Nattu, he's still coming back, a bit rusty because he was out for a while. Bhuvi bowled beautifully. So Bhuvi, Rashid, you can obviously have Nattu in. That is how I'm going to go with my fantasy team for this evening's game. Let's take questions and your suggestions. Okay, so there's a huge number of questions. Indrodil, Varun, Vaibhav, Harbhajan. It's a Chennai wicket. Yes, true. Varun Chakravarti, good call. Varun Chakravarti or Harbhajan Singh. I think these two. I think Kuldeep is also there, but I think these two will start out. Varun Chakravarti, definitely so. Good point, Indranil. Shourabh Mundal, SRH play with this 11. Warner Saha, Manish Kane, Shankar Samad, Nabi, Rashid Bhuvi, Sandeep Natarajan. Very likely, very likely. Vijay Shankar, if he's fit as an all-rounder, absolutely in place of Abhishek Sharma. That's the way you've gone. It's a very, very good 11 that you've said, Shourabh Mundal. Yes, Malik, too good. Thank you. Yash Grover. Not everyone noticed India beat Argentina. Yes, I mentioned that in the Pro Hockey League. Yash Grover, thank you very much for pointing out. Priyanshu Dutt, who is Vaibhav. KKR, I've given KKR. Greco-Roman, anyone? No, not so. Freestyle is still our strength. KKR opening with, that's a big call, Shoikot. Got to wait and see. Obviously, Gill, who opens with Gill? Match starts 7:30. Boriada, finally Russell ke dekha jabe, jawa uchit, he's fit, and from what I understand from the KKR camp is much better off. Shakib be playing, that's the call. Owen Morgan, Andre Russell and one fast bowler all done. Who's the fourth? Is it Shakib? Is it Sunil Narayan? Shoikot Roy, I've taken that. Priyanshu Dikshit, Russell, I've taken. Kishore Chaudhary, Gill, Tripathi, Rana, Morgan, DK, Russell, Nareen, Cummins. Kuldeep, I don't know. I think Harbhajan will start because of the left arm of David Warner. Krishna Chakraborty, absolutely correct. Varun will definitely play. KKR, Lockie Ferguson doesn't fit in. They will go in with Cummins, Sanjay 14. They will go in with Cummins. If Cummins doesn't deliver, then probably they will get Lockie in. Avinash Tiwari, Rohit for what? What's the question, Avinash? Just write Rohit, Hitman makes no sense. Shourab Mundol, I've answered that. Dheeraj Rao. Boria, the interview with Venki Mysore. I've done plenty of Venki Mysore interviews, but Venki is a superb guy. So absolutely, I will request him to come on my show to talk about KKR and the branding and the economics of KKR for sure. We did Mustafa Gauss yesterday. We did Satish Menon the other day. So we will definitely request Venki Mysore. Ayush Saini, SRH winner of the season, no one can say, but there's a very good team. Indian memes wala, WrestleMania night one dekhi. Dekho bhai, নিশ্চয়ই যা ইচ্ছে দেখো. Hitman the God, the father of Sachin. What? What are you talking about here? Avinash Tiwari. World class batsman. Obviously, Rohit is a legend, but what father of Sachin? What nonsense are you talking? So, Akash Neil Roy. Why Priyam Garg? Why not Kedar Jadhav? That's a good point. I would go with Priyam Garg because of the X factor in Priyam Garg. But Kedar Jadhav is a good point, Akash Neil Roy. And can definitely be. So will it be a Priyam Garg and will Kedar, if he bowls a couple of overs, replace Samad? That's also another call. But good point. Shoikot Roy, Avinash Tiwari, you've gone mad, boss. You've completely gone mad. Yes, Rohit is a legend, but today we are doing different things. Avinash, for God's sake, don't spam us. Indranil Roy Chaudhary, Gill and Seifert. Seifert, no. Where is the how? So Morgan Shore, Cummins Shore, Russell Shore, one between Sakib and Nareen. I don't see Seifert fitting in that team. Yash Grover, not many are talking about Karun Nair. Karun Nair absolutely will be tempted to come in for Rahul Tripathi and open. Yes, good point, Yash Grover. Karun Nair, and he was apparently has been pretty decent in the nets, and from what I understand from the KKR camp in the camp. So for sure there is a possibility. Avinash Tiwari, Rohit is father of Sachin in cricket knowledge. Boss, with due respect to you, you have lost it. So let this show happen. For God's sake, don't spam us. Praveen Kumar Datta, X Factor players in terms of Grand League. Yes, I'll give them. Update on London Governor statement IPL. Sadiq Khan wants it doesn't happen or will not happen. I don't see IPL going out of India to London because of the time difference, because of the timing of the year. April, May, half the time London will be rain. So where is the possibility of an IPL in April, May in England? If you see the other day, they even snowed in England. London, chilly, cold, rainy, blistery, bleak. I don't see IPL happening in April, May in London. Johnny with Warner, possibility Pranav, but Johnny with Warner again makes it top heavy. They tried Ridhiman, click, and you've got to somehow get that middle order with Kane is what I feel. But Johnny absolutely is a top-notch player. You can even get Johnny in the middle order because if you see for England, Johnny in the middle order was pretty fantastic. So why not Johnny there? So that's another possibility. DK at 4, Morgan at 4. I think Morgan at 4. DK can finish. I think Morgan at 4. Shubman Gill will score 100. No one knows, but Gill is tremendously talented. Make no mistake. Roman Gaming, KKR, winner of IPL. Who knows? But good side. रोहित का इंटरव्यू करो ना प्लीज जरूर करेंगे रोहित का इंटरव्यू तो मैंने बहुत बार किया है अविनाश बहुत बार किया है ओके लेट मी गिव यू डन अ लॉन्गिश शो अगेन let me give you my X factor players. Obviously, a fit Andre Russell is always X factor. More because he will bowl the death. The 2 overs at the death with that bounce can get you 2 wickets, and Andre Russell can and obviously be an X factor. I absolutely think that from Sunrisers Hyderabad, one between David Warner and Kane Williamson can be an X factor. Kane Williamson, that ice cool 50, 60, 70 can close out a game. If it's 160 wicket, more suited for somebody like a Kane Williamson. Rashid Khan, the way people are going about Rashid is they're not giving him wickets, just playing him out. That's why I will not go with him as captain. Recent times, yes, he's picked multiple wickets in the Big Bash also, but that's a strategy against Rashid. If Nabi plays, that's another call. If he might bowl in the power play, he will finish off that inning. So X factor, David Warner, absolutely always at the top, will field like a madman, will catch. So David Warner for sure, and obviously brings in that extra energy. Kane Williamson, Andre Russell, and Owen Morgan. Because I will absolutely go in with Owen Morgan because has that ability to take a T20 game by the scruff of the neck. I still place Sunrisers Hyderabad slightly ahead for the reasons I told you. KKR might take a game to sort of get their act together and get the combination right, but very close game. I will go with 6-5 Sunrisers in terms of my fantasy team, and I've given you my fantasy team already. That's all I have. Watch the Rashid Khan interview at 3. Trisha and Orgo with their fan banter at 2. Watch the pre-show at 6 p.m. where we will get you more details from the KKR camp. And tomorrow, and of course, the Sunrisers camp. Tomorrow, Kings 11 Punjab plays. So far, Jai Richardson is leading the request list from people who have told me, Boria, get Jai Richardson on our show. So I've requested Yashwant, I've requested the team management to get me I've requested Satish and the team management to get me Jai Richardson. So let's see if Satish gives me Jai Richardson. Yashwant, thank you for Rashid and for all your help. We will also want some more of your top players because people want to listen to them, to talk to them, to understand the mindset. So Inspiration launches this Wednesday. Cricket with Aftab on Friday. Rashid today. Watch out for the pre-show at 3 p.m. is your time with Rashid Khan. For the moment, thank you very much for watching. And do not forget, Anshu Malik and Sonam Malik, you are real champions. Real champions. I started the show with you all. I will end the show with you all because the real congratulations, the real heroes are you two, 18 and 19, to reach just 2 hours ahead of competition, to make it your own, qualify for Tokyo. Well done. Fantastic. Thank you very much for watching.